That's some crazy shit.
That's wild.
Yeah. And then the door opens and I look up and all I see is this man's face.
He was like, we planned a vacation out of town, and you also had a vacation planned out of town with your best friend, and you could only choose one, and you chose your best friend.
Y'all ain't shit, okay?
Hey y'all, welcome back to Through with a Splash of Tea, podcast where we either speak to brilliant people, do this thing one-on-one, or have best friend chats with my best friend T. I'm your host, Cass, and let's get right into it. So today, as you guys can see, we have Max and Lorna back! Yeah. It's a party! Okay. Ladies, tell me what we're going to talk about today.
We are talking about cheating.
Cheaters.
The low down, dirty, grimy cheating.
And we're not talking about school cheating.
Okay, let's start real simple. Have you, one, been cheated on? Two, have you cheated on somebody? So I'll go first. One, I have been cheated on. Two, I have not cheated on someone.
I have been cheated on. I have not cheated on anyone. I don't feel like it's in my moral aspect. Yeah, no, I can't.
But, I mean...
Have I wanted to? Yes.
We're going to
Sure
get
have,
down the
but
rabbit
no.
hole of, like, why somebody would cheat or why... Because I've had a deep down conversation with my ex who cheated, and when he told me why he cheated, I was like, okay, I kind of understand that a little bit. Okay, I kind of get it. Go ahead, Lorna.
Okay. So, yes, I have been cheated on. And the answer to the second question is complicated.
Oh, yes.
Because the person... So, like, I feel as though if you're cheating on me and I know you're cheating on me, then that gives me the right to do whatever I want because, you know, and I just, you know, so that's... We'll get into that, you know.
We'll dive down that rabbit hole.
But any other relationship, no. It's just one relationship.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. So first we're going to go on the other side about being cheated on. So you guys can go first. Okay. You don't have to tell your cheated on story. You can tell about how it made you feel after, or you can tell any intricate details that you want. But I'm going to have Max start and tell us about you being cheated on. Was it one time?
It was one time that I know of. I have been cheated on, let's say, emotionally, as well as physically. And I found out the emotional one off the bat. And it was because he was signed in to my Facebook. And I saw the messages and I was like, what is this? But I was fine with it because I was like, okay, they didn't go any further. But physically, the physical one, he was away for college and the girl was the one who hit me up. And I was like, wow, it was a lot. I remember that I was very angry, and I also felt like I wasn't, how do I say it? I just felt very upset at that time, and I didn't want to talk to him. I didn't speak to him for like 2 weeks, and I was like, damn, like, why would he cheat on me? What did I do to push him to that point, you know?
Always the question.
I hate that.
Why would you do that? Like, what was I not doing that made you go out and do that?
Yeah.
It's so self-harming.
Yeah.
And why do we are the problem?
Because then I was like, why am I not good enough?
Exactly.
To the point that you had to go out there.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, you know what?
How long were you guys together?
During that time, I believe we were together for 5 years.
Dang.
Yeah, it was a long time.
And she hit you up saying like, hey, I'm with this guy and I've recently found out about you, or what did she say when she hit you up?
She said something along those lines. She said that she had been dating him for a whole year, and she just wanted me to know that they had been going out on dates and he had been paying for everything. And I was like, girl, how? He doesn't even work. Like, he was in college.
Yeah, like what?
So I was like, you know what? You can have him. Have fun with him. Since he's already out of state. It's not like I can fight him or anything.
Absolutely.
And he came back. He was like, yeah, see, I wanted to talk to you. Because he had said that he wanted to speak to me face to face. And I was like, about what? He never said. So then when she jumped the gun, I guess it was out of his plans. And he was like, oh, shit. Like, she already knows.
Right. Yeah. I need to get a hold of this.
Yeah. So when he got back, he was trying to talk to me. we tried to work it out, but as the years went by, I was like, no, this isn't.
Yeah.
Because you can never fully trust someone after that.
Exactly.
You know?
That's so tough. Go ahead, Lorna.
Okay. So I've been cheated on a couple times. You know? A couple of times.
Oh, that would turn me homicidal.
Yeah, so first it was, you know, my first ever, you know, everything. Like we did everything our first together. So, you know, I have 2 children with him now. And
beautiful babies.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he cheated too many times. And I'm like, I'm sitting here being cheated on, being faithful. I'm like, you know what? I'm done. Like mentally, you just check out.
Yeah.
So I just checked out, and then that's when, you know, I met the devil. You guys know what I'm talking about.
The devil.
You know, and you know, I feel as though it's cheating, but then it's just like, you know, how much am I supposed to take from you? You know?
Yeah.
And then the second one was, you know, my youngest child's father. He was just a cheater. Like, he just out there cheating, just out there. And I used to, and
that community.
Yeah, he was that. Yes.
But was he a cheater before you got with him?
I don't know, but
I feel like you can't tell when a man is like that, or a woman, because it could go both ways.
But I was so blinded, and I'm like, oh, I care about him so much, and you know, I love him, and whatever. But the signs was all there, and it's just like, and the thing about him is like the first time, you know, with my first kid's father, he, you know, I was like, all right, let me do this, and let me try to, you know, go and find somebody else. With the second one, I didn't even do anything with anybody else. I was still with him the whole time, and he was just out there, and I'm like, I can't bring myself to go and cheat.
Mm-hmm.
So I just ended the whole thing. I was like, listen, and this is how, let me tell you what happened. So I had just had my son, and I get a message from my brother, and he was like, are you and so-and-so still together? And I'm like, yeah. And he was like, well, he's in his girlfriend at the time, his fiance now, he's in her friend's inbox. Now the friend is like really was close to me because I know her, I was around her, you know. And I'm like, can you send me the screenshots? So he told the girl to send him the screenshots, and he sent them to me. And I'm like, listen, yeah, this is it. That's a little too close to home. Mm-hmm. Like, I know this girl, I'm around her. She's really cool. She didn't even you know, say anything back to him or anything like that, but he was like in there. You know, yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'm emotional because I just had my baby.
Yeah,
I just had my baby.
She's the one.
Yeah,
oh
like, and but the thing is that the girl that I know, she told my brother, like, listen, isn't this Lorna's child's father? You know, isn't this her boyfriend? And that's how he was able to tell me, because she didn't want to come to me because it's like we're not like besties, but I know her. I've been around her. We go to events and everything else together. But she was like, isn't this, can you, you know, let her know basically? And then, you know, that's how it happened. But he was just a cheater, just cheat. And I would go through the phone, and that just mentally was not the greatest.
What would you say? Like, how would he justify it? Or he would just be like, this is just how I am. Like, this is
he was a liar. Lie.
So he'd be like, this isn't,
I didn't do this. Even if I showed, like, listen, that's
not me. I got hacked.
What?
Like, what?
This is you. Oh, no, we didn't do anything. So why is she saying, oh, you left my door open, like unlocked? What you mean?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. So
That's
it's just
wild.
like, yeah. But with him, I'm like, okay, the first time I'm like, the cheating thing was like, yeah, I didn't feel the best about the cheating with the first one. So I didn't cheat in the second. You know, that's the part where I should have cheated. Like but no, I was like, you know what? I'm just done with it.
With the first one, did you tell him that, like, yo, I know you're cheating on me? Like, I found this out. Like, I see.
Yeah, and he was a person that's like, well, if you didn't do this, I wouldn't have done this. And if you didn't do...
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
What?
That's wild.
Yes, that's the type of person he was.
Oh, well, the shit
if you hadn't done...
Well, if you were doing this for me, I wouldn't have done this. And I'm like...
What?
And there's some other stuff that I...
Just so much.
Yes.
I'd be like, you know what? I hope you get herpes.
I know.
I hope you get herpes.
Yeah. I hope your penis fall off.
Right. Just straight up.
Truly, because I don't get it. Like, you don't have to be in a relationship.
Yes.
No one's forcing you to be in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So why be in a relationship and then step out of said relationship?
Exactly.
Like, what is going on? Like, that is what I could still never grasp from my cheating situation. I had somebody who cheated on me, and after he... I'm trying to say, should I do it, or should I just do it? I'm gonna just do it. So after he cheated on me, whatever, we had a conversation, and he was like, and this made sense. It resonated with me because he was like, Cass, like, you never put me first. I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, we planned a vacation out of town, and you also had a vacation planned out of town with your best friend, and you could only choose one, and you chose your best friend. And I was like, duh, she's my best friend and it's her birthday. And he was like, yeah, but you go on vacation with her for her birthday and your birthday every year. So that's twice a year some years. Maybe she doesn't go every year, but you definitely do. So that's twice a year some years. And I really wanted to go to Atlanta with you, and I told you that, and you still chose her over me. And I was like, all right, I see where you're coming from, I guess, a little bit. And then he was like, it wasn't just that, though. Like, you would just, like, it would be like, when I, like, needed to talk to you or wanted to talk to you, it would be like, okay, I'm working on this event thing. Or, like, I had this event thing. And I was like, bro, I'm trying to get out the hood. I'm trying to build this and that. And he was like, yeah, but what about me? Yeah. You're trying to build all this stuff and you're doing everything, but what about me? And so that's why, like, I didn't seek out this girl, but that's why when somebody invited her to my get-together at my house, I was like, oh, she's kind of cute. And then when she came to me and was talking to me, that's how we were able to, that conversation was able to grow. And that's how it was able to be me seeing her, me taking her out, da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da.
But even then, he should have said something.
Came to me, and that's what I said. And I was like, you should have, at the end of the day, you should have came to me and been like, this is what it is, black and white. This is what it is. Like, you're not treating me how I need my girl to treat me. You're not giving me what I need. So I'm gonna have to step out if you don't get it together. Exactly. I was like, had you told me that, I would have tightened up. But you never told me that. But also, you weren't supposed to tell me that because you weren't my forever. There were red flags before this. So it was never gonna be that. I was never gonna fall in comfort with you because I was never comfortable with you.
That's good.
You weren't mine. So yeah, we were able to have a conversation. So that makes me like want to discuss and like dissect, like, because every cheating situation is different. Nobody goes in trying to be malice, like with
unless they're already like that.
But yeah, I want to dive into real quick, like, that feeling of like being cheated on and like, why me, or like, what did I do wrong? Because we all feel that way. But do you guys think guys have that feeling when a woman cheats on them?
Oh,
of course.
You think that they think like, why me? Like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah, I think they do.
Yeah.
I really think they do.
Because it's like,
especially like men take it so much harder than women, and it's crazy the way they take it.
People have always said that, like, men take it like
much difficult, which surprises me a little because.
That's y'all's game.
We learned from you.
Exactly.
So why you surprised?
Right.
Like, you, baby.
I have
tell us.
A little story about that.
Yes.
So, like I said, my older kid's father, he was doing the cheating, and then he's like, well, if you was doing this, then you would do that, and da-da-da-da. So, at the time...
Like, well, if I'm going to do it too, you going to see
exactly.
Right,
let me show you.
So, I'm going to tell you this story. It's kind of, but you're my girl, so I'm going to tell you. So,
we're in the ladies' room, you guys.
Yes, exactly.
So, guys, get out.
Exactly. So, one day, I was talking to someone because at this time, he had moved out of the apartment that we were sharing. So, we were broken up. And, I didn't know where he had moved to. Come to find out, he was living in the basement of the house that we were living in.
What?
Yes, and he could...
Oh my God.
It's so many stories that I can tell you guys. You be like, what the heck? So, I invited this guy over.
First of all, that's some stalker shit.
Yes.
The basement?
Yes, so I invited a guy over one night, and he had got a new car, so... I was like, oh yeah, let me go outside and look at your car, whatever. And I was like, oh, it's so nice. We were looking at it and everything like that. And I live in Malden, so it's like not, a bad area or whatever. So I left the doors unlocked and a little, opened a little bit. So you
can come in whenever
you
want.
So, because it was right outside. And my crazy self, like, I wasn't paying any attention, but I was looking at the car. So we come back in. We're sitting on the couch or whatever. We start doing our thing. And I locked the outside door because it was 2 doors. It was like the main door because my landlord lived upstairs. And he had like a landing, keep that in mind. He had a landing upstairs. And I forgot to lock my front door. Cause it's like, okay, the first door was already locked. So it's like, okay, it's just me and the landlord. Like, nobody's gonna. So we're doing our thing in the living room. And, I'm in.
Honey, I'm home.
We're doing our thing. And then the door opens and I look up and all I see is this man's face. And I'm like, before I can react, he starts swinging on the guy that I was with. And I feel so bad.
I would not feel bad.
I felt bad for the guy that I was with because he wasn't any part of this,
No.
So I'm like, I'm half naked, right? Trying to cover this guy.
For a good time.
Yes, trying to cover this guy on the couch because he's just swinging. My kid's father just swinging. And he picks up the lamp. And I'm like, oh, no.
So much violence.
Literally, please. Can I put my pants on?
Yes. So, I get the guy out the house and I'm able to restrain my son's father. After he left and I let him go, he starts throwing up everywhere, crying, like, why would you do this to me? Like, we're not even together. And I'm like,
boy, we broke up 3 days ago.
Like, we broke up. You don't live here anymore. We're not together. But you're crying and throwing up all over the place and sobbing and falling on the floor like we in a music video. Like
a telenovela.
Sliding down the wall,
Wild.
What is happening?
Yes. So that's a memory that is always stuck in my head.
She said, you remember the time?
Yeah.
Yeah. You better send him the link to this. Lord
Let's talk
have
about
mercy.
Today.
So it hurt him a lot. Like he was just like crying, and it's just like, dude, you were just dealing with like 5 other women.
Right? What's going on?
What is happening right now? Why are you having this huge meltdown?
Exactly. Like, why are you having this meltdown? And when you leave here, you're probably gonna go to that other woman that you was dealing with.
Right,
like, why are you? I'm brokenhearted and everything else because of what you're doing, and now you acting like you Darnell Jones in a video, like come on, like
make it make sense, like
exactly.
Make it make sense. Yo, that's crazy. Okay, so I have a question. What made you?
Okay, I have stories for days. I have not even told.
Sure do.
I've told you guys. I've told you guys
drama in my
stories.
life.
Yes.
For real, I need more Lorna stories. I need more Lorna.
I like
stories.
I've told you some guys do some stories or whatever that has happened in my life, but that's just the surface. It's not even we're not digging
anywhere. That's a top everything.
Yes, it's a lot.
She's like,
what made you
iceberg?
What made you push out the guy that you were with and keep your ex inside? Or
no, because I wanted him to get away. I wanted him to be able to get out of there. Like
if your ex is outside, he's not going anywhere. He's gonna try and get back in the house.
No. I didn't want my
he
ex
lived
to
in
be
the
outside
basement
because
anyway,
the guy has to leave and go outside.
He lived in the basement anyway. Where was he gonna go? Where you going? All right, I'm gonna go downstairs.
I'll just wait for him to leave. But you're right.
I asked him like, where the heck did you come from? And then that's when he told me that he was down in the basement. And I'm like, how were you able to get down there? Because like the doors are locked.
Who gave you the key?
I don't know. But I think my landlord was helping him because we were close to them.
Yo.
But yeah,
in the basement. He said surprise.
Yeah. But I wanted to get the guy. Yeah, I wanted to get the guy out because even if I got my ex out, he would still be outside. Yeah. And if the guy was to leave, it would have started something else. So I wanted him to be able to get out and get to his car and leave, so the situation could be diffused. Yes. That's
good though.
Yes.
I would have grabbed.
But I still saw him after that. We talked for a while after.
He said that beat down was
insane.
Was A1.
Oh, he was upset. His face, like when I saw him the next time, he had like scratches on his face and he was not doing the best.
So if you let them fight regular style, who would have won that fight?
Oh, my kid's father would have won, hands down. Yes.
Without a question.
Yes, he can fight. Like, yes. Because I've known him since middle school. And he used to get in fights when we were, like, in school. And I've seen him. He has hands. Like, he can fight. So, yes.
Have mercy.
That's crazy.
And the other guy was smaller, too. So, like, he's, like, a shorter, like, smaller. And then, like, he was defenseless because, like, he didn't see it coming.
Yeah. He had everything against him.
Yeah.
Yes. But it hurt his chest when he saw that. And I'm like, so you didn't feel as though, like, it hurt me when I, knew that what you were doing?
When you did it?
Yeah.
And
I feel like seeing it and then getting the evidence is two different things also.
Oh, I've seen some things, too.
True.
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah, so, yeah, no.
You took it like a G.
Seeing it is crazy. I've never thought about that. The difference
yeah.
between seeing it and, like, but like, physical evidence on your phone or being told.
Yeah.
You can read, they might have been doing this, but if you physically see it, they were doing this. I saw, yeah.
And then I want to talk about the embarrassment of it all. Like, if you are cheated on, like, say you've been with somebody for a while and you are cheated on, like, it's like, damn, like, I introduced you to my family, my friends know you. Now, how do I deactivate this? Like, everyone already knows about you. And then they're asking about, I can't do that. I can't. Cheating is so much more complex than people act like it is.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Do you think there's ever a case where cheating is justified? Like, I know every count is different, but, like, if this happens and you cheat, it's justified, hands down.
No, I don't think it's justified. So.
No?
Because it's just like, okay, walk away. Just let it go. Because it's just like, you're still going to be hurt. I don't think the cheating is not going to take the pain away. And that's what people think. They think that, me cheating, I'm going to get my lick back and it's going to make, it's still going to hurt, but I don't think you should cheat. And that's why I learned my lessons from the first one. I'm like, cheating didn't help me in any type of way,
And like you said, your second relationship that you were being cheated on, that was the one for you. You should have cheated back because you just lined up a storm.
Yeah, I learned from my first mistake of trying to like, if he's doing this, let me do it. It really didn't do anything for me. Yeah. So that's why I was like, I have to let it go.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys think that women can cheat and not be attached? Like people say that women, when they cheat, they always get attached versus a man can just cheat and like not be attached at all. Do you think a woman can experience that? Do you think it's bisex? What do you think?
I think so.
You can cheat and not be attached?
I think so. As long as you don't build a connection with that person, you should be fine.
Like a mental connection.
Yeah. Because then if you start texting that person every day and night, then there's bound to be emotions there.
So what's worse, physical or emotional cheating?
I think physical. I'd rather you talk to someone and say all these things and not do anything. But if you physically go and do those things, no.
Yeah. I feel like it's a little bit of both.
Ooh, go ahead.
Only because when you get emotional, a lot of people become vulnerable. So men tend to become vulnerable with specific people, not everyone. And I learned that a while back. I was talking to someone, we dated briefly, and I had told him that I wanted him to be vulnerable with me. He said, no, I have friends for that. And I found out that he had female friends for that. And I was like, it doesn't seem right to me because I want you to be vulnerable with me, just how I'll be vulnerable with you. Right. And he was like, no, because then you're going to be using that against me. And I'm like, why would you think that? Just because your previous relationships were like that doesn't mean that I'm going to be like that as well. Right. But he never got to that point, and I was like, you know what, I can't do this.
It's not fair.
Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't be carrying the burden of your past relationships. And we do that a lot. We do that a lot with people we talk to. It's like, oh no, you're going to do this if I do that. Like, I'm not that chick.
Yeah.
That's not me. Let's define it real quick. What is cheating?
Anything that you would not feel comfortable showing me. Like if you're talking to another female and I couldn't read through your conversation, that's cheating to me. Because, or if you go in and talk to another female and you feel as though you have to delete it because just in case, that's cheating.
Anything you have to hide.
Yes, anything that you have to hide, and I can't go in and say, oh, yeah, that's cheating to me.
Flirting is a big one.
Yeah,
Flirting.
Because I feel like, well, it depends on how the person is. There's charmers, which we all know. But there's also people that know how to differentiate when to be flirtatious and then when to be, what's it called? Friendly. So I feel like flirting is a big one.
Can you flirt if you're in a relationship, you think?
It depends. Because let's say if you're a bartender, that's going to be part of your job, flirting, so you can get more tips in. But if you're not in a job where you're getting tips, you're not getting paid for flirting, then what are you flirting for, huh? Who are you flirting for?
Okay, but
why are you trying to collect numbers?
Okay, but like I'm a CEO and my executive assistant has a crush on me, so I flirt with her to get a little smile out of her.
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm cringing as I'm speaking. I flirt with her to get a little smile out of her to make her day. Is that wrong? Like, yeah, I'm your man, but like, is that wrong? Like, she's an older lady. She
older. Like, if they have a big age gap, then I feel like that's a little different. Because,
what if she's 22? You don't like that?
No.
Y'all don't like that? Okay, what about the work wife and the work husband?
I've never been in that predicament.
Like the office space?
Yeah.
Okay.
To have like a work husband or a work wife.
Would you let your husband have a work wife?
I would not. I would not, because then it entails to that previous comment that I made where they build a connection and he'll be vulnerable to her.
You ain't bringing my man no food. I can cook the food.
I know how to cook, okay?
I just wanted to bring you some of this that I made. No. I have leftovers. He can take that to work.
Shit.
And like women know what they're doing. Like
yes, they do.
A man won't see it. A man will be like, no, she just brought me like bread. She just made bread. She went home after working a long day and just thought to make you bread. Don't eat that bread.
I know.
Right. Throw that bread out. We're not eating that bread. What are we talking about?
Shit has mold right there. Look at it.
It's all a chive. I don't care. I don't care.
It's mold. I don't care.
Did she even wash her hands when she was making that?
Was she? You don't know what she.
Clean?
You don't know what she put in that bread. She could have done a seance at her. Throw that bread out. Throw it. Matter of fact, bring it outside.
Give it to the birds.
Give it to the birds. Yeah, women. We're very intellectual beings, and a lot of the times things will go over a guy's head, but we'll see it. And then a guy will be like, oh, no, it's not that. It's not that.
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, just watch. And then later on, look, did you believe it was that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was telling you. I told you she wanted you. I told you.
You don't listen.
You don't want to listen. Okay, so I want to bring in social media for a second and talk about what cheating is in regards to social media, because social media changed the game in the early 2000s. Yeah. And now you can cheat in a DM, in a snap. You can cheat in a snap, which deletes in
everywhere.
So are you guys about, some people don't follow each other when they're on social media. Are you about like following your spouse on social media, being in their social media space? And if you are, what can they do on social media and what can't they do?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Back in the day, the cheating was emailing.
God damn.
Yes.
God damn. So let me check his email. What is this? Who is this bitch?
Yes.
AOL. At gmail.com. What is this?
Exactly. Yes. It was the email. So like when I was checking, I had to check the emails because like Facebook was more of like well, when I started, it was social media like the MySpace. It was MySpace.
Yes.
Yeah.
That really wasn't like something that I really had to really check on, but it was the email. Because I'm old, I'm older than you guys.
Yeah,
so
I thought it was like the pagers. Like y'all would just call each other on the pager, and then I would just page my side girl. And
that's a little bit earlier.
Okay, like, after
like
the pager.
I was in my
email
because I'm old. I'm older than you guys.
Yeah,
so
I thought it was like the pagers. Like y'all would just call each other on the pager, and then I would just page my side girl. And
that's a little bit earlier.
Okay. After
like
the pagers,
I was in my early teens when like the pagers and stuff like that was out.
Okay.
I had me a little, clear. pager or whatever, but like beep beep,
That clear red one, I would steal her pager all the time. It was the hottest thing in the household. I needed her clear red pager. My sister was it when she got the pager.
I had blue clear one, just yes. And then my children's father, he got me the two-way pager. It was a two-way pager, so you can like text on it. It had like the buttons and everything. You could text on it.
Damn.
Yes, it was a two-way pager. Yes.
That's dope.
Yep, he gave it to me. He was like, "Oh, here you go, so you can message me or whatever." Because cell phones weren't really like.
Yeah, they weren't.
It wasn't a big
thing.
Even
when we were younger, it weren't huge. So you would be checking your man's email.
Yes, email.
And that's
I saw a lot of things. Yes.
Would they send pictures via email or just?
Yeah, you can send pictures like.
Via email? Can you imagine sexting?
That is saved.
Because you have to download the picture, for it to pop up. Yep.
She said, "I have the proof right here.
Let me download this real quick so I can show you what."
You can't tell me nothing. It's right there in your email.
Because we're not on a phone. Because we have flip phones.
It wasn't no laptop. It was the desktop.
You're at a desktop looking over my shoulder.
So who is this?
Yes, it was the desktop. Yes.
That's some crazy shit.
That's wild. Yes.
I wouldn't go. If you're like, "Oh, come to my house. We have to look something at the computer room." I can't. I'm busy.
Then when we had cell phones, it was like the Razor, so it wasn't really like a lot that you could do on those phones. Like now you can do a lot. You can get your emails, you can do all that other stuff. That I had like the Pebble. It was like a little flip phone that flipped out.
I love the Pebble. Yeah. The Pebble and the Razor. Oh my God, had me in a chokehold. The Pebble and the Razor.
So that's what we had. He had a Razor. I had a Pebble. And so he really wasn't like, I'll look through like the text messages, but you have to tap 3 times for the G, the H, and the, like that's the type of phones we had.
All right, the M, 1, 2.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then when you missed it, you're like, dang, I gotta go right back through.
Delete.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll find this letter again.
Yeah.
Yo. So it was in them emails. Okay, but now, if you talk to somebody now, would you follow them on socials? What can they like people's stuff on social?
Yeah, I like my ex-boyfriend. We follow each other. We still follow each other, even though we're not together anymore. I have him on Snapchat. I have him on Instagram. I have him on Facebook. I have him on TikTok. Like he's everywhere.
Okay. What about you, Max?
I don't have anyone that I've dated with on social media. I think I only have one person. And we dated briefly, but we cut ties mutually. So, but I don't know. I don't like social media like that.
You're not with it?
No.
Yeah. But social media can make you go crazy.
It's so easy to cheat on social media.
Yes. Now it is, yes.
And I'm just like, bro, what is going on?
And it's such a toxic environment a lot of the times, not because you're necessarily digesting toxic information, but it's so much comparison.
Yeah.
It's such fast information. Like, damn, this person's already doing that. Damn, this person's already doing that. Damn, this quote says I'm supposed to be this already. This quote says I shouldn't have eaten that earlier. Bro, I can't even live.
Yep.
Yeah, so socials can be a lot.
It is a lot. You see what your boyfriend at the time is looking at and liking, and it's just like, well, that girl doesn't look anything like me.
Yep.
Well, why is he liking that? Is that what he likes? And he's just dealing with me just to deal with me? Mm-hmm. Like, yeah.
I'm that crazy.
Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Who is this? Why are you liking her pictures?
You said you love me natural, but she got a BBL. So what's up?
Right.
What is
She's
it?
blonde. I'm a brunette. What's going on?
I gotta pull together wig out. Let me know right now.
You like natural girls, natural hair, but she got all the wigs. Like,
what's going on?
Like, she looks plastic. Do you like plastic? I'm not plastic.
Like, go get somebody else. Yeah, because I'm not it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I'm not even bashing her. It's like, but you're liking her, so do you not like me? Like, what?
Right, what's going on?
And you
don't even like my picture.
Hello, you didn't like my picture.
You're not just liking it like thumbs up. No, you went to the heart. And you have to scroll over and press that heart.
Don't let me see you leave a comment.
Exactly.
Because now we really got to talk about it.
Exactly.
You look hot.
Too many times. Too many pictures.
Are we crazy?
No.
Maybe. She said no. Maybe. I think we are.
No.
We could be.
I think we're perfectly fine. They're the ones that's crazy.
We just need therapy. Okay. Maybe one session.
They got all this good stuff right here, and they want to go out and like somebody else's picture?
All this stuff I do it for you? Like, no.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the prize.
I know.
The hell, you got gold. You looking at bronze?
I know.
On that note, we're going to wrap up, ladies. What's something you want to say to the cheaters, Max?
Y'all ain't shit, okay? Tired of y'all. If you guys don't want a serious relationship, just be single. Okay?
Just
be single. Leave
that'll
us
solve
alone.
it. It'll
The
solve
loyal
it.
ones, leave us alone.
Yes.
We got time for your shit. And then if we become homicidal, then that's on you.
That's on you.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful. We're gonna wrap it up right there. I think she just wrapped it up. Lorna, you have anything to add to the cheaters?
She did it.
I said it all.
Wrapped it all up for us. Well, we're gonna end it there. We're gonna end it right there, you guys. Thank you for watching if you watched. Thanks for listening if you listened. And you can catch Through with a Splash of Tea every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on all streaming platforms. And YouTube. Don't forget YouTube. Thank you again, ladies, for coming and hanging out and talking.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, always. You guys have a good one. Bye.